infinite ones. We're here for the long haul. Life's all about the waves, ups and downs. You need the downs to get back up to a higher high. You made it this far. You can withstand another wave, until you get that ultimate high. So if you want to live your best life, there's different ways to go about it. People get the idea early on. They figure it out early on. These are just examples. Everyone's on a different life path. Everyone has a different rhythm to their life. But one of the biggest things is you can't compare where you're at in life based on your age or experience and compare it to somebody else. And what I mean by that is, let's say you're 28, 38, 48, whatever it be, and you still don't feel as if you have reached your full potential. Hey, that's great, first of all, because you want to continue to grow, you want to continue to improve, you want to continue to learn, to continue to pass the knowledge down. But you witness or you see others maybe 10 years younger than you, 5 years younger than you, and they seem to have everything figured out. They seem to have the career they want, the life they want. They're happy, and you feel as if, maybe you're, not to say you shouldn't feel this way. You're not a failure, but you probably will have days you feel that way. Like, what is my purpose here? Don't judge those lanes. Different lanes, different timelines, and there are reasons why somebody gets to somewhere quicker than you, as long as you continue that path and you don't stop, you don't quit, you have that push, that drive, you stay in that mindset of a child, that mindset of a kid, where the imagination runs wild. Where else does the imagination run rampant in our lives? When we dream. For the most part, when you remember your dreams, things are incredible. And things are limitless in the dream. So why not live your life as if it were a dream? Maybe it is a dream. We don't know these things, It's always been my personal belief that it is an extension of a dream. And what I mean by that is the individual person that is going through life through their eyes, through their feelings, only witnesses life through their perspective, obviously. So you feel as if it's about you. Well, it's because it is about you. And the wrong way to look at it is everyone else views it as it's about you. No, everyone else is thinking the same thing. But that doesn't mean you're any less than, more than, but you're the greatest thing. And there goes Cockween. We'll fix him later. But you are the most important part of your life. So you have to continue to create that way and to understand that, like a dream, your life goes as the way you think your life is at the moment. So if you're having negative thoughts, if you just believe that this is not how life is, and you're not happy, you need to start tapping into how you would react if you were dreaming. I kind of jumped off what I was getting to, but I've always had the belief that as the individual perspective, you don't ever realize when you die. It is of my utmost belief that you just wake up. Now, anything after that, whether it be in the same body and in a different timeline, or just, this is why, I come up with the deja vu theories and why do we see things. Those things are real. Those aren't by accident. There aren't any coincidences in life. But you still have to take action. You can't stay stagnant. You can't just say, hey, I'm going to let things happen. You have to know things are going to happen for you and create. And with that positive mindset, you'll get to where you want to get to. So live your life as if you were in a dream. Stop policing yourself. And what I mean by that is, don't step out into the world already preoccupied, worried about what someone thinks of you, because that's already hindering your utmost higher self personality-wise, because now you're walking on eggshells because you're trying to be someone that you think that person might like. And again, these people can be strangers. They can just be, people that you randomly see somewhere because you're at the same place, but maybe you don't know these people. People are not here to judge you, and if they are, who cares? You have to live the life you want to. Like, look at it as if you are witnessing life and not actually walking through life. Obviously, you're creating the action, you're doing the movements, you're making the decisions, but actually take a step back and look at how everything is playing out. For the most part, people are thinking the way you are. What does this person think about me? So that's part of the policing that I'm saying is don't put boundaries on your personality and who you are and what you actually want to do. Because what you might feel society thinks is absurd, unrealistic. That's not common. Well, if you want an uncommon life, you better start doing uncommon things. Things that you can do, things that you do when you're alone because that's where you're comfortable. And if you're already comfortable around people and you are 100%, and I'm not just talking about, friends and family, that's easy. Be like that when you're in a place that you've never been to before, or just in you can be in a crowd. Now, I'm not saying, be the show. I'm saying, but be yourself 1000% all the time. If you feel an emotion, if you feel like doing something, do it. If you feel like speaking up, speak up. Don't wait to see, well, let me see if someone else asks what I'm hoping is asked so I don't have to ask it. When you're asking a question, things of that nature. Be curious. That's what I'm talking about, is go back to the way you were as a child. You got to have that type of mentality. Imagination was limitless. It was just go, go, go. And you didn't, when you were a kid and you were doing something that was, where you're like, well, that was kind of, that was crazy, but it was fun. You still did these things until there was a moment where, okay, that's actually not happening. But you still went through that, that path. You did whatever was part of that journey. So, of that story of whatever your imagination was pushing you towards. Live your life like that now. And then once there's a, oh, okay, well, this is where I have to decide something, then let it be. But you have to keep thinking that way. You need to let just whatever that feeling is first, the one that says, hey, say this, do that. Don't start policing yourself and be like, well, if I say this and then I do that and then someone reacts this way, you cannot do that. You cannot create life in your head and then you never lived it, because you're already planning out what happened to convince yourself why not to take a chance, why not to speak up, why not to ask a question, why not to do this action, And that's with everything that you want to do in life that's special to you. Again, I go back to different lanes. Somebody else's success is different than what you deem success. But that doesn't make anyone lesser than or greater than, because your dream and your success is yours. Maybe you guys are going towards the same thing. Or maybe this person already reached what you're trying to reach and what you're gonna reach. Well, you can take little bits of hints of how that person got there, if that person's willing to, or you can just stay focused, head down, and just know that as long as you're there and you're present in life and attacking that, you'll be there too, but in the time that you need to be there. Not everything is linear as it pertains to how long it takes to be successful for you, because we're not all the same. We don't all think alike. There are differences within us all that makes us unique, that makes you one of one. You are one of one. Understand that. Live your life that way. Don't look at statistics. Don't look at, well, they say that doing this is impossible. There isn't enough room for me to do that. Well, says who? You can do whatever you want to do, if you actually want to do it and it's actually for you. We're going to fail a lot. We're going to find out how much we love something, and or find out how much we know a thing that we want is very temporary. A lot of times we want to do what someone else thinks is cool, what someone else thinks of us, or what we should do. Can you accomplish things like that? It's possible. But in the end, you're not going to be content, satisfied, excited about your life, because though you were probably successful doing something that someone thought you were good at, and you did it because of that, you know damn well that's not what you wanted to do all along. So you have to think for yourself. People are always going to tell you what's best for you. People are going to tell you how to get there. But, continue on your path to your glory. Live life like as if you were dreaming. But now you control it. You're controlling this dream. A lot of times in dreams, we don't control things. And we might be viewing things from the third person. And you're just witnessing and you can see yourself. Well, do that now, because maybe you are dreaming, pinch yourself, but don't pinch yourself until after you've reached what you want to reach. Don't change what makes you great. Learn little things along the way. The important things that you learn, continue to pass that down. Because, as I've always said, knowledge is nothing if you can't pass it to somebody else so that they can decide if they want to use it or not. If you keep things to yourself, It isn't worth as much as it would be if you let the information flow. Again, things are limitless. There isn't a cap on how many people can do this profession, how many people can, there isn't. The world wants you to think that way. I don't even want to say the world. Certain people want you to think that way because they know you're capable, and unfortunately, they don't see themselves in the same light, and they're trying to hold you back as well. But even that is a different topic for a different day, for a different video. You can't be stopped. You cannot be stopped. What is for you will always be in your head, in your heart, and you're gonna get there. Trust that. Trust that you're gonna get there, because that feeling, that sensation you get when you know something, hey, that golden brick road, it's there for you. Now you have to know that it's there for you. You have to see yourself, and now you got to start moving towards it. Moving towards it is part of it. But since a lot of us tend to not believe that we're meant to do certain things, we won't take that first step. Don't dip your toe in the water. Just jump right in. Just dive into that. Live your life. Have fun. Infinite ones. This was a great little conversation. Whatever you take from it, great. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, for watching this video. Stay infinite. That's what we are. Ride the wave. Love what you do. I'm out. Peace.